Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So ServiceNow recently released that you can create ServiceNow apps using any AI, uh, which by which they mean you can use it. You can use Claude Code, you can use VS Code with GitHub Copilot, Windsurf, Cursor, or any other IDE. Okay, and if you are already aware of it and you just want to see that how to build apps using the skills that ServiceNow provided, I would suggest to skip this part and move to that. But for those people who are not aware that where to start, what to do, and how should I set up the environment and all those things, this video is actually for you. This video will teach you everything you need to know to create an app using either GitHub Copilot or Cloud Code. Okay, so and we are not going to assume anything. I am going to share so your machine have nothing, and I'm going to share each and every step how to create an application using AI. All right. So first thing that you have to do is VS Code installation. So VS Code is basically a VS Code is basically a code editor where you will create the code of the application. All right, and you need some kind of editor. So these are the things that you will need to make sure that your application is running. Uh, if you want to build it using Cloud Code, you need Cloud Code. If you don't want to build it using Cloud Code, then we can do it with GitHub Copilot as well. Okay, so anything is fine. And then Windsurf or Cursor is up to you. Okay, so first we will show how to download the VS Code. For VS Code, first, so this is the first thing that you have to do is go to this website. I've already opened it over here. And if you have a Mac, it will show download for Mac. If it is Windows, it will show download for Windows. Just click on it and run the installer. That's it. Once you run the installer for Mac, you just have to run the installer, put it in an application. It will get installed. For Windows, you have to run the installer and then add a path. Then it will be done. Okay, and you will see this is the Visual Studio Code. You can search it in the application, or that you have it installed. Okay, so it will look like this, something like this. All right, now that is your GitHub VS Code. Now VS Code is a product of Microsoft, so it is not something like random, so don't worry about it. Next thing that you need is Node.js. Okay, so for Node.js, what you have to do, you have to log in, go to this website and click on get node. That's it. That's all you have to do. So once you click on get node, it will give you the package file. You just have to install it, same as you have done the VS Code part. Okay, so you need node for the and once you install it, again, once you install it, just run the installer. That's all. I mean, same goes for the Windows as well. The file name will be different. If it is a Mac, it is package. For Windows, it will be MSI. But again, then there is installer. Just run it, and once you run it, then what you have to do is open the terminal. Okay, I already have all these things, so I'm not gonna like reinstall anything, but yeah, you can simply follow, like you can just simply click over this and run the installer. That's all. There will be no complications over there. And how do you know that you have an node? Once you install it, you open a fresh terminal, click over, and you will see that there is a version 23.11.0. Means you may have the latest version, which is I think 24. So, and then there will be npm version that is 11. Okay, so same Windows as well. If you get this that Windows is not found for sorry, node command not found, then you have to check in the Windows. You may get this. Then you have to add it to the environment variable. Okay, sometimes that happens. Next thing is installation of the Claude. Now you don't have to open the browser to install any of that. You can just do installation directly from your command prompt. So once you have the node and version installed from your terminal, whether it is Windows or Mac, it remains same. Okay, so you are doing the same. You open a command prompt or a terminal, and then you can just simply run this. I already have it, but it is just for me, it's just gonna upgrade it. And how can I verify? So here, okay, here you can see that I have Cloud Code. Now, if I want to check which version of Cloud Code I have, I will just run Claude in my terminal, and it will just ask me to like whether it trusts or not. I'll just say yes. And here you see Cloud Code is available. Now, for you, if you don't, if you're doing it for the first time, it will ask you to either provide the Anthropic key after you run the Claude, or it will ask you to do the if you have a subscription, then it will ask you, it will redirect you to the Claude Anthropic website, and so that you it can authenticate you. Okay, so anything works. And yeah, this is all for the Claude. So you can do exit. Same. Now what we have to do, so we got the VS Code, we got the Node, we got the Claude. Now we will install ServiceNow SDK. Okay, again the same thing. Let's just run a command. So do not exit it. Do not run this command in Claude. You can run it then, but the Claude is running it. Then you can simply, these commands are simple terminal commands. You can simply like exit it from the Claude or open a new terminal and then run it. Okay. So again, for Windows and Mac, it will be same. So now let's see the version. Okay, so 4.6.0. Now this version is very important because this is the like latest version of Now SDK, and make sure that you have the latest version. Otherwise, the new uh, like skill that they have added will not be there. So let's just I'll put it. Let me clear this. Okay, and now it is asking me to set up an authentication. So before setting up the authentication, I just want to show you a few things. You can simply say Now SDK, and Now SDK is something that is the ServiceNow software development kit. Okay, and here these are the few things which ServiceNow has added more, is explained, and there is one more setup. Now, what these two things does, they add a plugin. They do not add the plugin, but what they do, they explain a topic. Like suppose if I'll ask that how to create a BR, means how should this know that how to create a BR. It may Claude, basically, when I'm saying this, so how should Claude know that how to create BR. I can simply say business rule. Okay, so guide, I have to add guide. It says there is no business rule, but you can say simply business rule dash guide. Okay, now you see it has provided a pretty awesome guide to business rule guide for creating business rule using Fluent API, business rule server side script. All those things are there. Okay, so within, just by using that command, it will know what to, what to do. Now before doing this, before adding the authentication part, what I want to do is I want to add a skill to uh, to to Claude. Okay, now for that, what we have to do is you have to open Claude. So before, in my older video, I created the skill by myself and added it, but now I don't want the skill. So ServiceNow created official skills. Okay, now those skills can be added to any Cloud Code, GitHub Copilot, anywhere. So we are going to use that ServiceNow. This one is SDK examples. We don't want that. What we want is SDK. Now in SDK, so what I have opened, I've opened GitHub ServiceNow SDK, basically this SDK. Let me just make it shorter over here. Yeah, this repository. And one more thing, if you don't have a GitHub account, create a GitHub account as well. Okay, because we will need we will do the same thing with GitHub Copilot as well. So now, first thing that you have to do is go to plugins. I mean, go to your Copilot, sorry, terminal. So I will put it over here, and here you have to add this command slash plugins marketplace add ServiceNow SDK. So what ServiceNow has done, uh, Cloud Code has a lot of plugins or skills everybody is creating, like suppose for Android, for React. So Cloud Code may not know everything, or maybe outdated, so you can just have skills added to it. And that's what ServiceNow did. ServiceNow just said that you can add a plugin to ServiceNow which is called ServiceNow SDK. And what this plugin will do, it will add so is already installed. I don't have to do it again, and I can just, so you just run it one by one. And because I already had it, so it says so I will just say plugin, and here you will see, sorry, installed. I have a lot of them. Sorry, marketplace. Yeah. So here you see, I have a ServiceNow SDK plugin installed from marketplace. Got it? So, and this, what it will do so it is just installing a skill to your Cloud Code. But what it is also making sure that if ServiceNow releases a new ServiceNow SDK version or skill version, it will get updated automatically. Okay. So you don't have to worry about this. Now they have given how to add your command to cursor or codex, but they have not given it how to add to the. So Windsurf is also there. Windsurf again is a like a AI agent, sorry, AI IDE, and but you don't need it right now. Let's just start with it. Okay, so we have the plugins. Now what we have to do is go back and let's add our instance. So you need an instance to do this part. I have a developer instance for myself. So ServiceNow developer. You can add username and password, or you can add an OAuth. Anything is fine. So it's loading. And how to add it? So you have to simply, so exit it from here, or maybe I can just simply say, can you add this ServiceNow instance auth? So here you see it added the skill, and now it is running the commands. So it has added a Now SDK. Oh, so it is asking me to run it by myself because it will need username and password, and which makes sense basically. I wanted to see what it will do. So let's add a new terminal window. I would like to do auth. I would say dev, and something happened here. Yeah. So here you see, if I'll do auth, then I don't have to worry about username and password. So that's why I like doing auth. Yep. And it is connected. So we have installed ServiceNow SDK. We have connected our ServiceNow developer instance, and we have added a Cloud Code as well. I think this is all for the Cloud Code part. Now let's build. So before I do the GitHub Copilot part, like everything together, right now what I'll do, I will do the creation of the Cloud Code, sorry, application with Cloud Code. Yeah. So let's open another Cloud Code application part, and let's do this. Okay, so first thing that we have to do is we have to create a repository. All right, so you can simply ask Cloud Code to do this, or you can do it by yourself. So this is a command, and I'm going to remove this and run it, but it will create it on my desktop. So I don't want to do it. I want to create it on my desktop. So what I'll do, I will first Okay, now I will copy the command and run it. Just make it bigger. Yeah, not sure why it is adding these ampersands. Okay, so it created the directory. Now, yeah, that's all we wanted. Second thing I would say is open the Visual Studio Code and open that directory. All right, so let's go to desktop, AI Agent Manager, and open it. Why I am doing it this way? Because okay, let me just first close this part. Yeah, why I'm doing it? Because we want to see what code it is generating, right? I don't want to do everything in my terminal. And here you can open your terminal just by clicking over this. Okay, so you can just click over there and click on terminal, and here you are already under AI Agent Manager. So you don't have to click on the CD AI Agent part. Now the second thing that we have to do is initialize the ServiceNow SDK. Okay, and I want a boilerplate, and the name is AI agent. Here you can name anything. Okay, AI agent manager. I want a scoped app. Scope is fine, and it is created it. Now, first thing that we have to do, so you can check it over here. What is happening? So this AI agent manager with this following code is created. Now, what we should do is run npm install. See, that's why you need Node to create a service application. So that's why it's important to have npm. And what this npm install will do, it will basically install the dependencies from your package.json. Okay, so so this package.json had a lot of dependencies, and it these two, and it installed both of them. Okay, so you see this Node module came in, that came because of the npm install. Now I don't have to worry about let's clear this again. And what I'll do, I will open Claude over here. All right, and now the Claude is there. So yeah, you can simply Claude, and here you have to copy paste. So what we are going to do is I'm making a application. Yeah, this is not required. You can just simply say to this part, to this much. Okay, that AI agent manager application, where the application will manage my ServiceNow AI agents. All right. So I told it to do this, simply copy pasted everything. As you can see, it ran the skill immediately. And yes, proceed. So it is now running these explain commands to understand what are the table list, means what are the different, basically. Okay. So this part, you can ask it that don't ask anything, but that then it will not ask anything about like how to do it. So it's better to just keep on saying, because I want to see that what it is doing. So right now it is just checking these explain commands. Now it is checking the project structure. I think it got the gist of it. So it should create something like this. So I have given, and where it will create, I will show you. Don't worry about those things. Okay. Choice column, because this if you check the table has a string column, there is a choice column, and with these active inactive development retired, there is another choice column with and there is a reference column was is a tricky one because you need a reference to an existing table, and like cmdvci table, all those things. So here it is created. Okay, okay, I will show you how what it is creating. Right now it is running the build even. Okay, so it failed the build. which is fine, which is fine. So let me show you what it created. So if you'll go to the source, you will see there is a table. This was not there earlier, and this is what it created actually. It created an AI agent table. This is the name, and these are the columns. There is a name, description, status, agent type, owner. So references are also there. Version is there. Document URL. So all the things it has created. There is some error, but I think it is checking how to fix it. So yeah, here you see it just updated it, and it is running the build again. And we'll see, yeah, build past, and here it is giving that example that it has created name, description, status, agent type, owner, connected, version, everything. So, and it is asking me to run a deploy such that it can get updated into. And then there is one more table, file it created, which was index.now.ts. It is basically exporting this. Now index.now.ts is the main file where all the information is present, and because it will grow like exponentially if you have a lot of elements, that's why it's better to have modular elements like tables, client script, business rules separate, and then just add a reference to the index table. So this is how it is running. All right, so now let's build it. So for building it, I have to open terminal. So I just clicked on this one, and such that I can open a terminal. And here what I'll do, I will just say now SDK. Sorry, it has built already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy it. Now while deploying, it needs my uh, so while deploying it needs my credentials. So yeah, I think it found the credentials and it has deployed it. Let's give the link as well. Let's open it. And this was my dev. Yeah, AI agent manager. Yeah, so we got this over here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so table is there, and it has 10 columns. And let's just open it once. I want to see the references and all those things are fine or not. Yep, AI agent manager with all those information is present. Let me just check the table which we created. Okay, looks fine to me. Yep. So it has all the status fine, agent type is fine, agent driver status fine, owner. Let's see the reference. Yep, user reference is there, connected CI. Oh yeah, every reference is also fine. I'll just say last active today, and the name is Claude Code Agent. Okay, so we saw that the app was created, everything, and what I did next was I added ACL as well. So I just asked it to create one ACL, and as you can see, it has created a read, write, create, and delete ACL, and here it has provided all this information. So let's go ahead and check it. I think first we need to deploy it. Yeah, let me just deploy it once. So as you see, once the token gets expired, it can use a refresh token to refresh it. So you see, the agent was created, and sorry, not this one. I'll just open. Okay, I'll just open ServiceNow Studio so that I can see my agent manager. And here you see it has ACLs connected as well. And we'll just check one ACL. Yeah, admin and ITL have access to this agent manager record, which looks fine to me. So yep, pretty good job. Now the next thing that I wanted to, so this is all about Cloud Code. You can go ahead and build more if you want to do more advanced development. I would suggest to check out the older video where I've created a better React based portal using Cloud Code. You can simply ask it to add an email field or create a business rule, or maybe create a flow, something like that. Okay, so it's up to you now. And so this is all about Cloud Code. Now Cloud Code is expensive. Okay, not everybody has Claude Code. So the second part that we are going to show is how to build an application using GitHub Copilot. Now, to have GitHub Copilot, first thing that you have to do is install GitHub Copilot, right? So talking about GitHub Copilot. Now, to start with GitHub Copilot, you have two options. One, you open VS Code, and in that VS Code, you go for the extension, search for GitHub Copilot, and you will see a GitHub Copilot chat, and there will be a GitHub Copilot as well. You can just enable it. Okay. Once you enable it, it will ask you to log in. You can use your GitHub credentials to log into GitHub Copilot. Right. Now, next thing is, and then how you can use it. You can simply use. So once you connect it to your VS Code, you will have this option toggle chat, and in this you will see the option to Claude Haiku. There will be free models. So if you are not done pro version, then you will see the free models. You can use that to do agent ask of that. All right. So you can just ask it, and then it is connected. So your work is done. You can simply ask it to create an application. But and there is another way. So before creating an application, you have to add skills. So before we go in there, there is another way, which is very similar to how we do Claude, right? And that is a Copilot CLI. Okay, so that is terminal based. For that, what you have to do, you have to install a GitHub Copilot CLI because you already have Node. So you can just simply run npm install g GitHub Copilot, right? So once you do that, it will install GitHub Copilot CLI for you. You can check the version. And if you have the GitHub Copilot, you will see the version. Okay. And authentication, you can just simply say Copilot auth login. It will redirect you to the browser, and from there you can just give your consent for to access your GitHub account. Okay. That is for the GitHub CLI. And how to run the GitHub CLI? It is similar to how you run Claude. Just say in your terminal Copilot, and you will notice that GitHub Copilot is ready on your system. Now you have to add a skill to GitHub Copilot, like we did for Claude Code. If you have done for Claude Code, you don't have to do it. GitHub Copilot also checks the skills in the same place. But if you have not done it, then you can simply say plugin marketplace add ServiceNow SDK. What it will do, it will add ServiceNow SDK marketplace to your plugins list. Okay, so right now it has a plugin marketplace of Claude, I guess, only, or GitHub only, but this will add ServiceNow SDK as a marketplace. Marketplace is where all the ServiceNow skill exist, right? So if ServiceNow will push a new skill, it will be automatically added to the ServiceNow marketplace, and from there you can just update it. Okay, so for me, it will say fail because it is already registered. So for you, it will be fine. Now, the second thing that you have to do is plugin install Fluent ServiceNow. If you, so you have to write Fluent add ServiceNow because for Claude Code, it is just plugin install Fluent. It will install the Fluent skill, but for GitHub Copilot, it is Fluent add ServiceNow. So to skills installed, you can just see the skills. So here you see Fluent SDK explain skill is there. Right? So, and what skill that ServiceNow is installing is basically this explain skill, and just so these are the two skills that ServiceNow installed: Now SDK explain and Now SDK setup. Now SDK explain can explain anything about like what is the business rule, what is the list, how to create service portal, how to create a client script include. So it will basically give an option to CLIs to run this command and understand how to create these things. So these are like guides. I can simply say, so if you go in the command and you write now SDK, then sorry, yeah, sorry, now SDK explain business rule guide. So here you have to write it this way: business rule guide. So you notice that before I added dash, but you have to just write this space. And here, the whole guide how to create a business rule is present over here. I explained it earlier as well. I just wanted to show you, it has a very specific, like what to avoid, like do not have current dot update in the before business rule. That's why it is more important to use ServiceNow official guide, right? And these skills basically give this power to these elements how to understand these things, right? And now we can, because I already have it, if you're not seeing this, you have to just click on restart, then you will be able to see. Okay, and that is all how to give this power to GitHub Copilot using GitHub Copilot. Okay. So again, what we did for the GitHub Copilot, we installed the GitHub Copilot CLI, same as Claude, ran the Copilot, and then we add the skill. It is the same way we did the skill, just the installation is a little different, but I will add it in the commands over here. So next thing is we are going to create a new folder. All right. Again, I want to do it in desktop. So cd dex. All right. Let's create same application but with Copilot. Now I'm going to open the application that I created. So this is the Copilot one. And again, you can use the chat, but because I wanted to have the same like look and interface, that's why I'm using Copilot CLI. And there will be one more benefit to it, which is a remote connection, but we will talk about it in another video. So now, so we are already under AI Agent Manager Copilot, so we don't have to run the CD part. Let's run this init. This is initialization. So whenever you're creating a new application, you have to provide this. You can just simply say AI Agent Manager Copilot. Okay. Scoped app. Maybe I'll just say, since I don't want this one. I changed the name a little bit because the scope has to be different. Uh, Otherwise, my scope name was coming similar. So, Copilot AI Agent Manager. It doesn't matter anyway. Now, the next part is I'll just clear this. Is npm install. This again is the same thing. As you see that there is no node. Package.json has some dependencies, but it is not installed yet. So first thing is what you are going to do is install the applications. And here, yeah, it's done. You see the node module has been added. Now, next thing is, so let me open a new terminal and I would say Copilot. So let's give this in the hands of Copilot. All right. So it is saying to do it in the Copilot chat. Either way, it's fine. All right. Either way, it is asking to create the same things. Let's just give it. And okay, so it understood that it is now SDK skill. It has to use that. And it is asking for these things. So it is asking to basically want to like checking all the things that we have asked. So it is running that explain command and again for structure, file layouts, possibly everything. And let's see, I'm not sure which model it is using. Okay. Okay, so it is doing a build before creating anything, which was a good idea because, yeah, so it doesn't have anything. You see the index.ts file is not there because it wanted to understand whether we should have it or not. So, okay, oh, come on. Okay, so it just created a table. Okay, yeah, and the choices are there, which was right. Let's see. So before, okay, I think it is validating the table. So it's more cautious than Cloud Code in that way. It's blocking the exact table name because this app scope is okay. Okay, it is using GPT-4 or 5.4. Sorry, GPT 5.4. We can switch to other model as well, so that won't be an issue. But I want to see how much it will time it will take. Okay, so it created the table, but what it has not created is index file. So let's just see if it runs now SDK build. Okay, build ran properly. Now SDK deploy or install anything is fine. Let me clear this. Now SDK deploy. Okay, so the app is ready. Let's see. This is Copilot AI agent app. Okay, so this is the app. It's good that it is creating this rollback context. So let me close all these things and go to my, yeah, here. So there is a Copilot AI agent manager. Yeah, it has a table and a column. So let's just check the table. The table is fine. Okay, so yeah, it has the choices. Choices are fine. Let's see. Yep, references are also fine. Calendar field is also fine. Owner. Owner is also fine. Test. Copilot agent. Copilot agent. And this is a URL field, www.help.com. Yeah, I received the same in the other one as well. But I think it is fine. Yeah, so the records are generated. Next thing that we want is so now I am going to use Copilot to create the ACL. All right. Sorry, Copilot chat to create the ACL. So and it is using Claude Haiku, but let me change it to GPT-5 to make sure that we are using the same thing. All right. Okay. So it picked up from where it left. It checked the memories, and now it is. Let's just let me make it bigger so that we know what is happening. Right now, it is checking the ACLs. So one thing I liked over here is the thinking part is more elaborate. That is better. So here it is doing so three things it has to do. One, add, then build to validate the SDK syntax, and next is record repo ACL. Okay, so it is now building it. I think it created it. Okay, so there is no issue with the building. Okay, I think, yeah, everything is done. Um, Now what I will do, let me build once more. Okay, yeah, it's built. And here, did anything? So what it did, it created the ACL, but without that. So you just need these TS files to make sure the things are getting created, and you formatting is the right way to do it. That way, you know that it is ACL file, but it doesn't follow that practice. Okay, so build is fine. Let me deploy it now. Wait, hold on a second. There was some issue. So now stick installed work. Maybe there was a, so it said that there was some token issue. Maybe because of that. So let's open it. Okay, I will go ahead and check the. Let me refresh it. Copilot AI agent access controls. Okay, it has created 8 access controls for some reason. Okay, so this is on AI agent table. That create is only admin, write is ITIL. Okay, create is admin and write is ITIL. Delete is admin. That makes sense. And read is anybody who's logged in. That makes sense. There is another for this table agent tool, but yeah, we don't have that table yet. So that's fine. It created the applications, and yeah, there are roles. Okay, so now if I'll make it shorter again, so I'll just say that. You can use now GitHub Copilot Chat to do the same things. It may fail. You have to work on things, but because of the new skills, it is far better to like do it properly, and run it. Okay. So next thing that we are going to see is how to enable. So suppose you don't even want to open your laptop. Yeah, that is possible. How to remotely connect with GitHub Copilot. For that, you need to push it to GitHub repository, but I will show you exactly how to do it. All right. Okay, so the last part is how to connect. So we saw how to connect with the Cloud Code and GitHub Copilot, which is not present in the ServiceNow SDK like documentation, but it is kind of similar, but I showed you. Now the second part is how to connect it with Cursor or Windsurf. So basically Windsurf or Cursor, what are these type of, so I will just show you. So if you have this type of IDE, then what you need to do, let's search for Windsurf. So for Windsurf, it's very easy. Okay, I think that goes for others as well. I tried to do it already. Um, so this is Windsurf. It is very similar to VS Code, and Cursor is also very similar. For Windsurf and these type of things, what you have to do is basically open this new application. So this is how you open the chat. It is again very similar. I have the free version, but you can open. So if you have a like pro version, then I would suggest to use pro version. And here, ServiceNow has given the documentation that how to what to do with it. Let me just show you over here. You just have to copy and paste this command. Please install. So here, you just have to write this. Please install. Sorry, didn't copy. Yeah, please install these skills in my user level configuration from GitHub, and you have to press enter. That will make sure that the document, it will understand and it will examine the architecture and it will add it in there in its skill. Understood? So that is how you do it for Windsurf. Now for this for Cursor, it is also very similar. In Cursor, you have to go to plugins. You can just simply run this command to go to plugin, and then you have to just paste the link and select add to cursor for the Fluent plugin. So that will basically add this plugin into the system. Got it? So this is how you will do it in the. So let it run. And Codex, I have not done it personally, but I would suggest. You just have to copy and paste. That's it. Run these two skills, and these two skills basically give two options. First is how to set up a Now SDK environment in your system. That is this, like how to connect it with your browser, or sorry, your instance. And another is explain. As I showed you earlier, we explained Now SDK explain command. We use that to understand how to create business rules. So this is how you do it for Codex. Okay, I will share the link. So everything is provided by ServiceNow SDK, and you can just copy these commands. It is so GitHub Copilot is not here, but it is very similar. I've given you the information of what is different in my documentation. Got it?